Next, we will activate the license of this theme. So if you just go to Poto, and I'll just go to theme license, and you can see I've already activated the license. So the license key you can download from your themeforest.net website. As mentioned, we are going to use this premium theme Poto, which you can buy from themeforest.net. And once you activate the license, you would be able to set up the entire website. So now there are a few setups which are there, which we require to do. So we'll just click on the setup wizard, and we'll come here. So I'll just click on activate. Okay, thanks, enjoy Poto. Next step. Next, the status. So these are some of the settings, PHP settings, which are required. So in this case, the max execution time is should be like 300. It is 30, which is not up to the mark, but that is fine because we can use the alternate method. Now this is mainly to import the demo content from the website. So I'll just click on continue. Child theme. We previously mentioned about the importance of child theme. Since it's a demo website, I do not want to create a child theme. Next, it will ask me to install some of the plugins which are required. So there's one more Visual Composer plugin which is already installed, so we need not install that. I would install the revolutionary slider, the Poto functionality, and Visual Composer. Since we have already installed, it's not giving us an option for the same. We will install the WooCommerce as well later on when we when we work on the e-commerce side of it. Contact form 7 is a good for having a contact form where people can fill up their information and submit it to us, so I'll install that as well. Elementor, currently we are not using Elementor to build up this website. However, we can explore this later when we are creating a completely free website without using any premium themes. I'll just click on continue. It will just install the required plugins which are there. um, it may take some time depending on the internet speed and all, but yeah, it should be done quickly. Okay, so revolutionary slider has been successfully installed, and photo functionality as well, and the contact form 7 is in process, so I'm sure we'll be able to install those as well. Now, some of these plugins are mandatory, to make sure that your website is functioning well. It comes up with a paid theme. Next, best thing about this entire photo is where you can just import a demo content. Now, since we are looking forward to create a business website, I can simply import one of the business themes which is there. So let's just pick up the theme of finance, and let's select this theme. And do you want to install the demo content? Take them into content. Okay, so this is one of the best ways of creating a website easily. Okay, so where you don't have to do a lot of work, hard work as well. So you can also create, import some other websites format as well. So resume website formats are there, church website formats are there. So all of these are ready. However, one thing to make a note of is you cannot use multiple websites. You cannot create multiple websites with one license. You need to purchase multiple licenses, but since the cost is quite nominal, that is absolutely okay. So as mentioned, we'll just click on finance here, and I'll just select alternative mode, and it's installing the finance theme. It is importing all the post, all the content. So basically all the dummy content is being imported from the Porto theme which is there, and that should make our website quite the demo theme quite ready. Once all this is imported, we just need to make changes as per our requirement. Okay, and we'll look at more of those as well in the following videos. So almost there, we are 50% halfway there. So depending on the demo, it may take some time. So let's say if you would have done a resume template, it would not have taken so much of time. If you do a e-commerce WooCommerce import, that would definitely take some more time as well. Okay, great. So finance installed, installation is finished. I just right click and visit the website, and we can we can see the website has been installed as shown in the demo, and we have got all the images which have come. We've got the learn more section which is there, the leading investment firm, then we've got the read more. There's some issue with this image, we can fix this. And we have got how many years in business they have been, the number of clients, how much of investment they've done. We've got our team thing coming up here, why choosers, what are the testimonials. You can add some testimonials in here, and from the blog article, so the blog has been imported as well. And we also have the contact form here, and it's an attractive form. If we just go with a free one, it would not be as attractive as this one. And this website is ready to go. It's live with all the pages which are there, and we would just need to make sure that the content is edited as per the client's requirement, in terms of the about us, the mission, vision, mission, etc. Now that we have set up the home page, we will edit each of these elements from the editor. Now I'll just pick up one element at the time. I have just opened the edit page here, and we have got so the best part about WordPress is all the pages on the top in the bar here have something called as edit page. So you may not go to all pages and hunt for that specific page. So normally I would have to go to all pages and then see where exactly is that page, the front page it is. So I can also edit it from here, but I've just right clicked and clicked on edit, and here I've got the entire page which can be edited. The slider, I'll leave the slider for the last. There's a different plugin where we need to update the slider. So we'll start with the call to action which is there. Okay. Now here we can see the fastest way to grow business, leaders in investment, learn more about our strategy, and read more button. So this is the button which is there. Now in Visual Composer, whenever you hover over any element, you get these four options. One is you can move the button somewhere else. So let's say if I want to move it in this element, I can move this. In this row, I can move this. That's option number one. Option number two is let's say if I want to edit some of the elements, I can just click on the edit button and edit those as well. So that is one option. Next is maybe if I want to create a clone, I can create a duplicate one. And last is let's say if I want to delete this button or remove it completely, I can do that. Okay, good. So first let's explore the button part, and then I will move to the text part which is there. So here now if you see the link here is of that of the phototheme.com/WordPress photo finance, etc. So maybe first of all I would want to change this link to some of my website page strategies. So I can just copy the link here from this website itself, and I can just paste it. So I've got the strategies link which is coming in, and I can just add it here. Instead of the read more, I want to change like learn more, or maybe we can have something called as get started now, etc. So we can have that call to action. There are more options as well which you'll get to know once you explore this yourself. When you just click on the edit button, you have more options like what kind of style are you looking at, what kind of shape are you looking at, what is the color that you're looking at, size, and all the alignment, etc. Do you want it to keep a full width, or do you want to add an icon in front of it, etc. So all these options are available depending on the kind of customization you're looking at. Next we'll edit this call to action text which is there, and currently if we can see, we can just see it in white text. However, when we observe it here, we have got the text in white, and at the bottom, learn more about our strategy is coming up with an arrow and some other color. This is mainly because some tagging has been done with each of these text, for which we will have to click on the text part of the visual. So there we have got the visual part, and here we have got the text part. So we'll just click on the text part, and you can see here we have got the paragraph tags, if you are aware about HTML, and then we have got a spam tag, span tag, which is there, which talks about learn more about our strategies. So you have to make sure that whatever changes you are doing, you have to go to the text, and you need not touch the tags which are there. For example, here the fastest way to grow your business is through us. So maybe I'll just select is through us, and learn more about our strategy or our financial strategy. I can add this kind of a text here, but again I'm just respecting the tags which are there, and I'm not making any changes to the tags which are there. Now I'll just click on update, and I'll just refresh and see if the changes have been reflected or not. And yes, the fastest way to grow your business is through us. Learn more about our financial strategy, and learn more button, which is redirecting to the strategy page. Now that we have updated the call to action, okay, we will move to the service blocks here. Now we've got three service blocks which are there: leading investment firms, financial services, and getting started. So let's stop. So let's see how they are placed out. In the editor, we can see them as meet the port of finance, and what we can do for you, and let's talk. These are the three blocks which are there. However, if you look at the image at the left hand side, and the right hand side in this case, and the left hand side again in this case, there are no images which have been placed. Now these are parallax images. So if you see, when you are scrolling down, you can see the images moving up and down. So that is called a parallax image thing which is there. For that, what you need to go is you need to go to edit and click on edit. You can just see the mouse there, edit this row. So mainly the images added to the entire row. We'll just click on edit this row. In here we'll just go to the general tab. In the general tab we will just scroll down, and here we can see the parallax effect is simple. So we can have with fade, simple, none. In this case it's simple. I'll just keep it simple, but you can try other effects also. And the image has been added in here. If let's say I don't want this image, and I can just click on it and remove it, and I can add another image as well. So I can upload the image, or I can just pick one from the media library. So in this case I'll just pick one from the media library. So this one was the one which was used. So let's take care of the dimensions. It's a 991 by 605, and this one is 991 by 605. So let's pick up this one, or maybe I think okay, let's pick up this one, and then we'll see how it will go about. I'll just click on set image, and the image has been set. We can fix up the parallax speed as well. Enter parallax speed ratio. Default is 1.5, minimum value is 1. So we can have the ratio depending on how fast or how slow we want the image to be moving. Once this is sorted, I can just click on save changes, and my changes have been saved, and I can just update this page. But before that, I will also work around, and change something in the heading. Currently the heading that we can see is leading investment firms need the port of finance, and we've got some text there, some placeholder text is there. So here what I can just do is I can click on the edit button of the heading, leading investment firm USA. So we can just mention that it is in USA, and we'll just click on save changes. Then meet the port of finance instead of meet the port of finance. Meet meet financial planning or meet better financial planning. This is what I can just add it here. And next is maybe I'll just click on this one, and instead of the placeholder text I can just write get started with some of the and also so we have added the text as well, and then we have got call to action button. We'll just click on edit button like we did it previously. Instead of read more, I generally am not in the favor of read more. I will like learn more. Also will remove the capitalization from everywhere, and instead of the URL here I'll just pick up the URL of the team maybe in this case, and I'll just paste it in here. These are options like add no follow option link. This is where we don't want the Google crawlers to move to that page, and open link in new tab. So if you want the person to be that page to open in a new tab, we can do that. Also they are giving the pre-created pages, the list of pages that we have in the website here, pages and members and blogs, etc. We can also search here, for example home, so we can use those as well. But here I'll just prefer to directly add the link. I'll just click on set link. Style outline, I don't want to play around with the style of the button. Shape is square, okay. Color white, size is large, alignment left. So I just would keep all these default settings, but you can definitely change this as per your the look and feel that you're looking at. I'll just save these changes and I'll click on update. And now when I refresh this page, I'll be able to see the changes that I've done. Leading investment firm in the US. So we've used the same image which is there in Get in Church, but that is okay. We can modify that easily. Learn more has come up and it goes to the team, and then we click on that thing. So similarly, we can build up these two sections as well, and we can make the changes to those as well. Next, we can update the tickers. Ticker is an attractive way of displaying some achievements of your business. Like in this case, when we scroll here, we could see 18. From 0 to 18, it was just moving this thing again. So to 18 years in business, 200 plus clients and partners, and $15 million invested. So this is also known as ticker, and a very attractive way. Many websites use this to just show what they've done or what are their highlights of their website. So now here we'll just go to the edit page again, and just below there we can see the counters. So they are also known as counter, which is there. I just click on the edit button, and there's a photo counter. It's a built-in thing which is there by photo. There they've given the icon, whatever icon it is. Now here the counter value is given, so you can add any value. For example, instead of 18, I'll just change this to 25, and I can just just save this thing. Similarly, I can for the clients again, I can just go here, and I can just update the value from 200 to, let's say, 250, and I'll just save this thing. And next is how many $1 billion invested. So here also again I can just go there, and I can change the counter value to maybe 150 value invested. Here the counter prefix is a $sign. If I want to change it to rupees also, or I can just keep the $sign as it is. Next is you can also select the counter rolling time. So within how many seconds do you want it to roll to the fullest value? So maybe the lower value keep, the faster it's gonna take. So let's just do this 2 seconds, and I'll just save this thing, and I'll just update it here. Once we update it and we refresh the page again, and if we see, the counter values are moving from 150 to 50 and 25. The counter values have been updated successfully. Years in business, clients and partners and billions invested. We also have the space to edit that in there itself, so we can edit those information as well. So you can just change based on whatever parameters you want to add into it. Next, we can update the edit team, which is there. The team which is invested your money with real professionals. Meet our team of specialists. So, how do we go about to edit this? So, just get back to the edit page in this case, and here we can see there is a photo members plugin which is being used. Okay, when I just click on this photo, it shows me the style options, the number of columns that I want. I can reduce it to 3 or 5 depending on the number of people I want to show. So let's add 5 members there. Text and call out image. Okay, so the text and the uh, cat out image. So that's the image which is there. Hover on hover. What effect do I want? So when we move the mouse there, currently we have the zoom effect which is there. If you don't want any effect, we can just select no zoom effect. Show overview. If you want, we can show overview also. Show social links. We don't want to show the social links as of now, so there are no social links which are there. And member id, member count, we have selected 5 columns, so we'll have to update this to 5. And show role, yes, we want to show the roles. Role is mainly what are they doing, the ceo, the directors, the chief officers, etc. And do you want to have the filter is not required since there are 4 only. Do you want to show pagination, again not required. Enable ajax load on model. Ajax is mainly when you're just clicking, you can see this loader which is coming up, and the data which is coming is through ajax form. So this is one good way of loading data. Again, it's a little bit of technical. In a nutshell, it's good to have that on. We'll just save this thing, and we can just update this thing. Cancel. And we can just click on the update page. And now that we click on the refresh button, or we hit the refresh button, we can see we've got 5 members added there. It's looking a bit of a clutter, so 4 was good. So if you want to roll back to 4, you can definitely go and roll back to 4 as well. So there's some overlapping issue also when we are giving in 5. Next, we can change the view more button which is there. Okay, so again here it is redirecting to the phototheme.com. So again there was a button widget which was there, and we can just edit that, simply edit that, and we can just copy the themes page which is there, and we can redirect the users there instead of them going to the photo theme button. So here we will just go back, scroll down to the meet the team of specialists. We can change that title as well. And here there is a go button which is there, and I'll just click on the edit element part here. And view more. I'll just change this to learn more, as we want to just maintain a same standard everywhere. You just select the URL and paste the team's URL which is there, and then we can just save this thing here. And now we can just update it, and we'll be able to see the actual link here. So I'll just refresh this page. And here we can see we've got the learn more button with the hyperlink to all the members. Okay, so team members, I can just click that. Now we can just open this on a new tab, and we can see that the team is visible. The team is visible. Now the important part, how do we change the details of the photographs and the members and the designation, which is the core of it. So for that purpose, what we will do is we will go back to our panel, and we will click on the members tab which is there here. So we can see members, add new member, member category, and all members. So we'll just click on all members. So currently we can see there are 8 members which have been published here. So I just open one of those tabs. Just close the teams tab which is there. So all of them have been given fake names. And there it is asking me about the WordPress editor, which I'll just close. I don't want to do anything about that. And here we can see there is the first name and the role which is given, first name and last name. So I can just change it to my name of and I can have the last name as my last name, the CEO founder. I can have a brief about myself in terms of, let's say, 10 years experience with WordPress and digital marketing. Okay, and I can add more details about myself. Portfolio ID, do I want to add some IDs to it? Product ID, I don't want to do that. Post ID, no. We can just leave all these blank. I can just add my Facebook profile, Twitter profile, LinkedIn. We can do that. Google Plus is dead, so we'll just not do that. We've got other options also, but we'll stick to these three. Next, for the image, there will be something called as featured image. So here I have to update the featured image. I can just replace this image, and I can just upload an image. Let me just check if I've got an image handy, and if there. So I think I will have one image in here. So I'll just scroll down. Yes, I've got my image. I'll just pick up one of these images without a background, and I'll just set it as a featured image, and I have my image there, and I'll update this post. Okay, once a post is updated, and I just go back to the home page, and I refresh this thing, I'll be able to see my image there with the name has not been updated yet. So I just click on that and we can see the name is updated in here. So there would be a tag for name again. Let me just see quick edit. Yeah, the title of the post was not edited. So the title is being fetched on the home page. So we'll just go back. Okay, let me just click on the home page. We'll just go to the home page now, and there we can just scroll down. Yes, the name is now updated, and I can also see the image and other details have been updated. I'll just click on this and see. Okay, follow me links are there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. The 3 links are coming. So this is how you can update all your team members as well. Next, we'll edit the why choosers block. So we can just go back to the page editor where we are, and we'll just scroll down there. So we have updated the team now. Why choose us? So here there's a custom heading, and below they mentioned 3 steps. We can also increase the steps in terms of like if you want to add 4, you can just add 4 steps, 4 basic steps to succeed, and we can increase the number of tabs here. Instead of 3, we can have 4 in this case, and we can the photo info box, we can just replicate the photo info box and drag it here, and we can edit the information in that specific box. So just click on edit. Okay, so this is the common image which is used. So okay, let me see if there are more images or icons which are available, and we can just click on upload image, and we can see there is a bulb icon which is there. Not sure if that is used here. So no, the bulb icon is not used here. So I'll just select the bulb icon, and I'll just set it as an image, and image width would be same 47, border radius and everything I'll just keep constant, and here I'll add a new block called as ideas, and then we can have some here. Let's get some best ideas on how to grow your financial portfolio. So I'll save that, and so I've got the 4 blocks instead of just 5, and I've mentioned information as well. So it's a product, process, people, and ideas instead of just the 3 of them. I just clicked on update. I can just come here and refresh this thing. And here we have got 4 basic steps to succeed, and I've got product, process, people, and ideas. Idea, the icon is white. The icon I've used white here, but here there are other icons. So let me just see if you want, you can also get this kind of an icon. There is a website flaticon.com, and you can easily go to this website to collect a similar icon of the same color. So we can use a gray color code icon, and we can have that. Here there is the description, dummy description is being used, but we can easily update this just the way we updated the content for ideas. Next we have the testimonials. Now testimonials are in the form of carousel sliders. In this case, in the home page, if you can see, there is a carousel slider in there. So let's see how exactly it has been added. First, we can see there is one master element which is there, inside which we have got the photo testimonial elements which is there. Okay, now I can just edit this photo. It's called photo carousel, and the carousel is visible. If I want it autoplay, I can just set it here as yes. Items, let's say I want to display two items on the desktop and the tablet, so we can decide the number of items that we want it to display. Let's just try and do that too, but ideally I would not want to play around with this looks pretty much decent, and two would not be very decent, so let's just put it as one in this case again. uh, Now let's say if you want to add one more testimonial, we can easily edit this by clicking on the edit icon, but let's just add one more, and I'll just search for photo testimonials, and we've got photo testimonials, and here we can write the name, for example, name as in I just want to write the name as equal, and name color is going to be same, role maybe CTO, and for social marker. So I can just keep adding details of whatever I want. Author link, photo URL, I can add a photo as well. So I just put my photo already added into the system, and I just insert it in there. I can the quote, okay, one of the best companies when it comes to financial planning, you must go no doubt about that. Okay, and we have added the testimonial. We can just update this thing, and when we refresh it in here, we'll be able to see 3 testimonials instead of 2. Okay, so the layout is different. Let me just see what options we can have. So we have selected another layout, but we can modify the layout as per those layout. Just to make sure that we don't have such inconsistency, always clone the about testimonial and bring it down, and then make the changes to it. So when we don't clone the element and we just directly add new elements, chances are that the look and feel is going to be different from what is there in the previous testimonials. So we want to always avoid this kind of a situation. So just wait for the page to load. And I'll just scroll down to the testimonials part. So I can simply clone this. That's going to be the easiest way to do that. But let me just show you, in case if you have just mentioned your content like I have done, and you want to select the right layout, then here is what you can do. You can just go up. Okay, here we've got the photo URL, the role, the name color. We have got the name color in this is the color code for the name color, so we'll just copy this thing. Role is manager, company son, so input photo is this, and down here we have got the view type is default and style is 5. Okay, so I'll just remember this thing, view type is default and style is 5. So now I'll just close this, and I can replicate it in the latest testimonial that we have added. and name color we want it to be the same as that. So style was 5, and the color combination which we have to add is, and we can just roll in the company color, and here I can just save the changes, and I can just update this thing. And when I do that, so now let us see if the testimonial has been updated to the latest style, to the style that we want. And yes, it is. So we've got the same style as the previous two testimonials. And since we have done the setting auto rotate, so it's rotating on its own. So there's one thing which we can just learn from this. Next, we'll learn how to edit the blog snippet which is there here, the blogs. Okay, so currently there are 3 blogs which are getting displayed here, and how we can edit this portion is something which we are going to look into. When I can just go to edit page, and I'll just scroll down where I can see the blog thing. Okay, so here the latest news. So this is the blog from our latest from our blog, the latest news. Okay, and if we want to edit the heading, we can just edit the heading instead of from our blog the latest news. I can change, I can just click on the edit snippet which is there, edit text block. And again, one thing to notice here is that I'll not make any changes directly in here because there may be some span tags around it. So I'll just go to the text, I'll just click on the text, and I'll just update the latest news from here. So as you can see, there is alignment center, and then there are font size and color which is already given here. So instead of latest news, I'll change it to latest updates. I'll just save it from here. And now there is something called as photo blog which is there, and I can just edit this thing. Here by default they have selected the grid layout. Okay, but we have different layout options which are available in photo, and we can select masonry or timeline or slider, whatever suits us as per the requirement. We can select that kind of a layout. Just for the understanding right now, we'll choose the timeline. Timeline is not the best layout to be put on the home page this way, because of the reasons I'll just explain you once we update this change. Here we can have a specific category of articles updated here. So for example, if you can just go up here on the blog post categories, so you can select articles from different categories, and that's how you can distinguish which one should appear in the home page. So you can have a category related to your business or maybe some other category. Now these are all dummy categories which you can see here, which have been imported with a theme. So I'll just leave the category ID or slug. When we talk about the slug, this is the slug. We can see this is the slug, and category ID is something when you edit it. So when you click on the edit, we are able to see the category ID in the URL. So it's 2 in this case. So I've highlighted the tag or the category ID is equal to 2. So this, you can either put the ID 2, or you can also put the slug which is there. Post ID is for specific blog article. So if you want to like put only one article, blog article, or you want to put like selected 3 or 4 articles, you can do that by separating them with the IDs, comma separate them with the IDs. Post count, it's 3, so I'll just stick to 3. But if you want to add more post counts on the home page, we can do like 4, 5, or 2 also, in case we don't want a lot of them. We can also decide the order, whether we want to have the order date wise, ID wise, author name wise, or title wise. So depending on whatever we want, we can select the order. and whether we want it to be in the descending order or the ascending order, that can also be chosen from here. Then we have got the export length, which is a fine. This is like what is the limit of the description, which is here. How many words do you want? We don't want to specify that as of now. That we can have it automatically. I don't want any pagination, but if in case there are many blog articles that you want to display, you can have a pagination as well. That's it. I'll just save this thing, and let me just update this thing. And by the time it's updating, you can just refresh it. And here we have the timeline view of the blog articles. So it's more like a Facebook timeline. So depending on the date, like 21st April, then we have got 7th March, then we've got 7th March and stuff like that. So the blog article will appear as per the timeline, time or date where they were written. Below that we have got a view more button, which is again taking us to portotheme.com, but we can easily edit this. So we have done the same in past cases also, where we have done it for the team members. Similarly, we can also edit this thing where instead of view more, we can have learn more, and we can edit the button which is available. Next, we can edit the contact block which is there on the home page. Now we'll just check all these details, and we'll just go here on the edit page. This is the contact block. It has custom heading, which is this one. We call you back, which is not very sounding very nice. So I'll just edit that first. Instead of we call you back, arrange a call back. Okay, or request a call back is good. So okay. Call back, arrange a call back, request a call. Okay, fine, that's fine. Then we have got the form here. Okay, so for the form they are using contact form 7. So the title of the form is contact form home, and it's contact form 1 which is selected here. So title is contact form home. So I think it's this one. Select the form. Okay, which is already there. So we can just go to the contact form, edit the contact form like this one, and we can update it from there. So we'll come to the form. Besides that, there is a talk to a specialist, and there's some content related to it, and then there's call us now or email. So we can easily edit the call us now. It's photo info box is used. Again, I just click on the edit icon like we've been doing for most of the elements, and here we have got font awesome. Font awesome is nothing but the icon. If we want some icon, we can add that icon here in the font awesome. Currently there are no icons which are being used here. Icon size 28, but since there are no icons, we don't have to worry about that. This is the color which they've used. Call us now, or we can edit it to. Oh, so I'm okay with call us now, but I'll just edit it for your understanding, and I can just change this to speak to us. Speak to us. Okay, and I'll go back here. I'll take edit the number to 8108948110 or whatever. I've just entered some dummy number in here, and I'll just save this thing, and I can similarly also edit the you can also edit the email ID which is present there. So I'll just click on the edit icon, and we can just go back down there, and instead of u@domain, I can enter the actual email ID which is there, info@socialmarket.com. So the email ID we have entered, and I'll just click on save again, and we can update this form. And when I go here and I refresh this, I'll be able to actually see all the changes which are there, like arrange a callback, request a callback, your name, phone number, your email ID, discussions, etc. Here, let's talk to a business, talk to a specialist. So all those details are there, which can be edited here. The number has been updated, the email has been updated. Okay. Now this form would not be active since we have just added a dummy form in this case. So like let me just write some details and 191155555 and some email ID .com, and I would like to discuss finance. So when we are trying to do this and we submit this, okay, more likely where there was an error trying to send the message, please try again. This mainly happens because the form is not configured well and there are errors in the message. Okay, so this is the form, this is a custom design which is used by them, so we would not touch this code at all. We will just click on the mail. So these are the fields which are missing, which have not been filled up. So where do you want to receive the email? So let's say if I'll just click here info@socialmarket.com. From always would be your server email ID. So info at the rate, let's say um, socialmarket.com again. So it would be your domain email ID, the domain on which your website is listed. Subject could be need more info about finance. Okay, then we've got message body. In message body we would want these details like your name, email ID, phone number. So the name of the person, then the phone number, and the email ID. Now remember, these are the details which are being submitted by the user, the message that he is sending you. Okay, so in the two I'll just add my email ID also, so I can just show you a demo of how the email is received. So exclude line breaks used, so that is fine. Use mail to, this is to send the email to the person who has filled up the information. So let's say if you want to send them an acknowledgement by email that we have received your email, then you can definitely do that using this. And thanks for your interest in our services. Okay, additional headers, we don't want any additional headers. Okay, hi, we can enter the person's name here. Okay, this is again gonna be dynamic because the person, whatever name he's entering, he will get an email in that. Thanks for your interest in our services, and we will get back to you at the earliest. Thanks, ABC Finance team. So once this is done, you can just save this thing. Our message has been saved. We don't any additional headings which are there, so we have just saved it. Now we can just refresh, and now when we try to send the email, it will definitely be received. And so we can just fill up all the dummy information which is there. Okay, I'd like to discuss finance, and we can just submit. Present freestyling. Okay, so there is some error with regards to the server because I'm using a dummy IP address. I'm not using a live website, and that's why the mail server is not set in here, and that's why it's not sending the email. But otherwise the email will definitely go, and this will be your main details that you will receive in the email. Next, we can learn how to edit the footer. In this case, they have the logo, customer service, company name, policies, some menus, and then they've got the social links which are there. Uh, Most of the time, all the footer related elements would come in your widgets area. So I'll just go to appearance, widgets, and here we can see we have got footer 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll be able to see all the details 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is 5 are there. But still, so let me just click on the first element, which is again a logo. So the logo is being fetched, and this is the link of the logo. So I'll just copy paste the link. So here is a little bit of HTML. However, it's very easy to edit it. You can just edit the content between the source is equal to, and if you just copy paste this link, and it's gonna be the logo link which is gonna open. So it's logo for photo finance. Similarly, I can also open some other website link as well, and other logo as well. I can insert it. So now I'll just insert the social marker logo which is there. I'll just open, right click, open image in new tab, and I'll just copy the link here, and I will paste it in the widget area here. Now they've got default height and width. Since my logo is of a different proportion, I will remove the height parameter. I'll just focus on the width as 100, and I can just save this parameter. And once I do that, okay, I'll have my logo updated in here. When I refresh, I can see this logo instead of the finance logo which is there. Next, customer services. Again, there are the phone number and the link. So here again the href. So you can just select the number in this case, in both those cases, and just edit that much part. So let's say if I want to edit one number, so now I'll also write +91, because I want to add the country code as well, and here I can just add the number, so that the person is not only able to see the number, but also they can click on it. Again, the contact us, the hyperlink is not there. Ahref, there's a hash there, so instead of that we can easily add the contact link which is there. I'll just copy this link, and I can paste it here, so that when somebody clicks on it, they will be redirected to the contact page. Next is the company, and then we have got the policies which are there. So privacy policy, terms of use. So depending on the ones that you are going to use, you can definitely simply add those there. You can customize those there, and When I refresh, you can see the new number that we added, and the contact has a proper link of contact us. About us has no link, team has no link. So this is again something which can be updated, the company. So about us, we can copy the link from the about us section or the company section. Copy link address. I'll just right click and copy link address, and I'll paste it in between the hash there. Same I'll do for the team as well. I'll just copy the link address and I will paste it as a team address there. Okay. Next is policies. So mainly we can update the policy, the privacy policy, the terms of use as well. Okay, that can be updated again. So currently there are no pages, but we can create new pages. In other cases, we can also remove these hyperlinks and add something else in place of that. And then last, the fourth part is the photo follow us thing. So mainly where currently they put hash on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So that's why those are appearing there. Here you have to actually insert your Facebook link, your Facebook page link, your YouTube channel link, or your Instagram handle link. So you can just go to your profile page, and you can just copy paste this. You can add many other social networking websites as well. Like you can add the link to Skype, LinkedIn, Google Plus is no longer in operation, so you can ignore that. But apart from that, you can add your WhatsApp number as well there. Now we'll just save this, and I've added the YouTube here, which was not there previously. So when I just refresh this tab, I'll get Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, the three buttons which are there. Next we will update the header, that is the logo of Photo Finance, and the menus which are there. Now there are many unwanted menus like buy photo, elements, which we need not keep it in this website. We just want home, company, strategies, team, news, contact. So these are the menus that we want, and the toll free number where the person can call us directly for information. So we'll just go to appearance, we'll go into the menu tab, and here we have got all the menu items which are there, the news, the contact page, etc. We don't want the elements to be there, so I'll just click on the drop down and click on remove. Also, I am not interested in the buy photo link which is there, so I'll just remove it there. Then we've got toll free thing number, we can add some number there. Okay, and we can just copy paste this, and we can add it in here. The FA mobile alt is the icon which is being used here. So when we just open the website, you can see a mobile icon which is there. So it's nothing but the icon is coming from Font Awesome icons. So if you want to try some other icons, you can just right click the Font Awesome website, and here you can search for the icons which may be suitable for your business or your. So this is the Font Awesome website where you can just select the code, and you can include that in the website as well. And this is it. So I'll just save this, and once I save it and I refresh it, I'll be able to see the selected menu items which are there. Next important thing is to update the logo. We can definitely do that easily. We can just go to appearance, theme options, and in the theme options we will have an option to update the logo. And here these are the theme options where you can edit most of the things in terms of design and style. So we'll explore this, but currently we can just go to the general settings and we can just click on the logo and the icon. So currently this logo is being used. Instead of this, I can just use the same logo which we have used in the footer, and I can just paste that link in here. I can just remove this one and I can just paste this link here. So I'm looking at that logo, retina logos are larger in size. Sticky logo, so sticky logo is when we scroll down the website and the logo appears on it. Okay, so if you want a different size, we can definitely update a different sticky logo. Retina, sticky logo, etc. is there. And the max width and height that we are looking at, does it have an overlay? Now fav icon, we can remove the fav icon and add another one. We can just directly do it via working with the fav icons. In this case, since this is not the official logo of my website, I don't want it to be there in the fav icons, so I'll just remove them. And finally I'll just click on the save button, and the changes have been saved. And now when I just click on user blogs, we will be able to see the new logo. And here if you can see, there is an error in loading the logo. So instead of just fetching it directly from the URL, what I can do is I can just right click and download the logo, and I'll just put it on the desktop. Okay, and I'll just save this logo, and here first I'll add it to the media files. So I'll just go to the media and I'll just click on add new, and I'll just select a file to be uploaded on the server. And I'll just select it here, and I'll just click on the desktop, and here I'll just select for the logo. Once that is done, I can just click on the edit button, where it will help me with the path of the logo. I can just copy paste this path, and I can just select it here, or I can just click on upload also, and instead of copy pasting the path, I can directly select the logo from the uploads, and then I can make the changes, save the changes. and now we are able to see the logo. Next, we'll see how we can edit the slider on the home page. So here, when we just go to the edit page, we'll have to scroll down to check the banner type. This is how they have designed on Porto. The slider is not on the top in the bakery builder, but we have to select the banner type here. So there are three types of banners: revolutionary slider, master slider, banner block. So revolution slider has been selected, and in that we have selected home finance. So we'll have to go to revolution slider, and I can just right click and open and go to revolutionary slider to make any changes that I want on the slider in here. As mentioned earlier, we can just scroll up on the page and we can see there is no slider elements here. They are there down there. So we'll have to scroll down to make the changes to the slider. Now here we have got two home finance. I've imported the theme twice, that's why. But we have to use this one, the home finance one. So you can just compare, if you are in doubt, you can just compare the name which appears in here. So it's home finance, and we are going to click on home finance. We'll edit the home finance tab, and which is open here already. And here we can make all the changes. For example, investment strategies. Okay, so there is some. I can just do a Control Z in case I just select here, and the content, instead of investment strategies, I can just click here for strategies for beginners. So I can just change beginners. So I can just change the text here depending on the strategies for newbie. I can just save this thing and the slider will be saved. I can also click on the image here. This is the background image which is being used. So I can just click here. If you can just see slide BG animation. So I can just click here, and I can change the image as well. So I can just select the media file, and maybe I can choose a similar image which is there. So there's 23,000 by 1,000. So let me see if there is a bigger image like that. Okay, so no, we are not able to find any big image, but we'll change it with this. I'll just change this image and I'll just save it. And when we refresh in here, we'll be able to see a new image which is added. Now here the text is not visible because the image which is chosen is not white in this case. Okay, so we need to make sure the image which we are choosing is in contrast with the text which is there here. So that is one thing. Okay, we can also add various elements in here. So for example, we can add a shape also. So we can just drag this shape which is there, and I can just stretch it, and I just want the shape to be visible below the black text which is there, and I can just uh, I can just change the color of it, and there is the styling option on the right hand side. This on the color style, and here the color is black. Instead of this, I'll just select the white color, and I will just save this. Okay, and I will just change the position of this thing, so I want it to be below the text and not above the text. Currently it's above the text, and that's why we are not able to you know we are not able to see the text because of that. And so I'll just drag it to the desired position, and then I can just see if I can just right click and push it back. Word. Okay, that's a visibility option. So I will just do one thing. I'll just okay, great. So we can do it from here. Here is our text: investment strategies for newbies. We can just drag it above the shape, and we will get it above the shape. So now this is something which makes more sense, where when I update this thing, the text is now visible, which was not very clearly visible in the previous occasion. And we can just go back, and the text is more clearly visible in this case now. So this is how you can edit the slider. In fact, you can add new slider also. So you can add slides, blank slides, or you want to import from some other template, you can do that. Most of the time I recommend you can just create a duplicate slide, and you can edit the slides. So duplicate slides are will come on the third slide, and you can just make the changes in the text and the images so that you maintain the same proportion of it. You can also have only image with no text on it, okay, which is more responsive, because images are responsive in itself. So you can just select these elements from here, and we can just delete them. So we don't want the text, we just want a background image which is there. And when somebody clicks on the slider, we can just select this attribute here. We can click on it, and we can just go to tags and links, and we can activate the slider link, and we can enter the URL where we want the user to be redirected. So this could be an internal page also. Most of the time it is an internal page where you want the user to go. So after saving this and we refresh, directly we can just click on the slider here and we will be redirected to some other website, that is social marker in this case. So this is how you can work with your sliders and edit them as per your requirements. Next, let us see how we can edit the blog page. In this case, they have named the blog page as news, but however, it is a blog page. Like we can see the Hello World post and others. Now let's understand how we can edit this. I'll just click on the edit page tab and it's already open in here. So here as we see, okay, this you are currently editing the page that shows your latest blog post. So as we have seen in the start, okay, this is the page which we need to edit in the settings. So in the settings, when we look at reading, we will be able to see the page which has been set for the latest post. And here the home page is static home page and the post page is the news page. So currently we are editing the news page as mentioned there. Now let's understand how we can edit things, as we can't see anything in here. Let's start with the top part of it. So when we see there is something called as news as a heading, and there is a background image which is there. However, there is no option to edit it here. In Photo, when we just scroll down, the same can be managed through the content top. So content top is nothing but it is a blog slug name which is being used. Now Photo has a blog system. Okay, when I just right click the blocks, I'll be able to see all the blocks which are there. Blocks are elements which are repeated on multiple places. For example, we have got talk business. So talk business would be added on multiple pages, and if we want to make any changes, we can directly make the changes to the block instead of making the changes in all the pages. So for example, if we have got like 100 pages on the website, we need not make changes to all the 100 pages, but we can just edit the block and we will be able to make the changes automatically on all the 100 pages. Similarly, the blog main is a block for the blog header. So if we just click on the edit block, which we have already opened it here, so I'll just scroll there to save some loading time. Now here there is a custom heading as news, so I can easily click on edit, and instead of news I can just change it to financial news, and I can just save this thing. When I update it and I just reload this page in here, I'll be able to see financial news added there. Next, let's say we want to change the image which is there in the background. We can do the same through here. Okay, I think we have clicked on the theme license accidentally, so I'll just click on the back button. And here we have to click on the edit block part, and we can just scroll down, and here we get an image option. So we can just remove that image and we can add some other image. So maybe let's add this image, which will be more suitable. Let's see how it looks. And the parallel speed and other elements can be edited as well, but we'll keep it the same. So let's keep it as 3 and let's just save it. And when we edit it, we should be able to see the new added image in here, and we can see the image has been updated. So this is how we can change the blog header. Next, we can also edit the sidebar which is there. So currently it's a right sidebar. When we just go to edit page and we scroll down, we can see something called as layout and sidebars. So it says you selected layout and sidebar. So here we are selecting the right sidebar layout which is there, and we can also select the left sidebar, and we can use the blog sidebar there. So when I just update this, instead of a sidebar appearing on the right hand side, it will appear on the left hand side. So when I just refresh this, okay, let me just try once again. Okay, great, the sidebar did not change. Okay, that is mainly could be because of the theme options overriding the settings. So what we can go is we can just go to appearance and we can go to theme options. Now theme options in any theme is where you can manage all the settings of your theme. You can manage the complete settings of your themes from the theme options. So here we'll just click on blog post, blog and post archives, and here we can see the right sidebar is selected. I can just change it to left sidebar and I'll just save the changes, and when I refresh this thing, I can see the sidebar coming on the left hand side. However, since the design, the arrows etc. are moving towards the right, it's advisable to keep it towards the right only. Similarly, you can change the different settings, like if you want the timeline layout, which we saw in the on the home page as well, or if you want some other type of layout, we can do that. In fact, we can also enable infinite scroll, which means that new post will load as the person scrolls at the bottom of the page. So we will just refresh and we can see the timeline appearing. So since it's recommended for the timeline layout, you should not have any sidebar, so we can also do away with a sidebar and we can focus on without sidebar layout. And once we refresh this, it has a better view. Okay, but still there are some overlapping which is there. So we can just switch back to the right sidebar and to the large alternative which is there, or let's select the grid. We can select the grid as well. So it totally depends on your choice and what type of a design you are looking at. We can completely choose the design depending on our choices. So create, so we don't want three, so that's why it's looking like a mess. We just want two of them, and we can just click on save, and once we just click on it, once we refresh it, it looks much better. Okay, but there is some issue with the theme, I think, because we are not getting as expected results. So for now I'll just stick to the large alt which is there, and we will save this, and then we can refresh it. Now next thing is we would want to edit the sidebar which is there. Again, to edit the sidebar we will need to go to the widgets, but before that we will have to understand what sidebar is being used. In this case we can see the sidebar being used is the blog sidebar. So we'll just go to the widget blog sidebar. Here we can see the search categories, featured news. So here it will show all the categories which are there, which can again be edited from the post categories. Let's say if I don't want the tag widget or tag cloud, I can easily remove that. Or let's say if I am looking at some block here, or I am looking for some navigation menu, I can definitely add that as well. So I'll just add the navigation menu. Which navigation? So let's say main menu. I want to add the main menu down there, so I can do that as well. Okay, we can have a recent posts as well, featured news, or something else, like they've added in here. They've added it in here, and once we refresh it, we'll be able to see the menu as well, and we can give some title to it as well: home, company, strategies, etc. So this way we can manage all the options from the featured from the blog sidebar. Again, to edit the blog item, we can directly delete the blog post which is there. So for example, you can go to all posts, and let's say if I want to get rid of the hello world post, I can just thrash it, so that it does not appear in uh, in the blog or the news page which is there. So now it looks much more neat compared to earlier when the hello world post was there. Next, we can edit the about us page. Now we can see some of the elements like the ticker or the counter here are same as that of the home page. Then we had the three blocks of why choosers. Similarly, we've got our vision, our mission, which is there. Our history with the timeline is there. Team again is the same block which is used on the home page. And let's talk. Let's talk is a block which appears on all the pages. So let's say if we just go to the strategies page, and here also at the end we will say see the talk to a specialist block which is there, which is let's talk business, talk to a specialist, let's talk business, talk to a specialist. So we can easily edit this. Now let's understand this, the about page, this the company page which is there. Let's understand where is this block coming from. So this block is coming from talk business block, content bottom. So the bottom content is coming from the talk business. So here again I'll go to the blocks like we did it in the blog article, and here we will just edit the talk business block which is there. Okay, here there is some custom CSS which they've used, so we need not touch that. Okay, once this loads, okay, let's talk business is here, then we've got the call. So here we can just simply change the email ID and phone number. Okay, so I'll just click on edit the photo info block setting, and I'll just change the URL as well and the display link as well. So it's going to be +91. I'm going to use the Indian code for 8101. So I'll just set this up. I don't want any hover effect icon at the top, so I'll just have the icon on the top, and the call icon is there which is going to be used. So I'll just keep the other settings as they are. I'll not make any changes to them. I'll edit the email ID here. So I can just add the icon of mail and everything can be same. I'll just edit the information which is there so that it is consistent on all the pages. So when I click on, I refresh this, so I can see the actual number and the email ID which is there. Similarly, when I refresh this, the strategies page, we will see the updated information in there, like the number and the email ID are going to be the same. Okay, so we were able to change the talk one, the let's talk block which is there on the page. Similarly, we can just go up, scroll up, so we are scrolling from the bottom, and we can also add the photo member plugin which we used on the home page. So since it's same as the home page, I'll not be redoing the entire thing. You can just check out the earlier video if you have missed that part. Next, our history. We can just edit the information which is given here. Just click on the edit part and you can give some of the history of so maybe your awards that the company has won, and all the other details of about your company, like company was formed and company was funded, and all those details can be easily edited from here. So you can have your heading there and you can have your content there as well. You can also edit the image which is there, so it's just a single image, and you can just replace the image. Just make sure you respect the size of the image, so it should be of an equal size. You can open the image in a new tab, and you can get an idea about the size. That's 552 is the width and 623 is the height, so the image size should be the same. Here you can add the years also in the page, so there will be an option of adding the years also in the timeline, so that is something which you can do. A vision and mission, if you can observe this small patch which is there here, this signifies the background color. So let's say if you want to change the background color to something else, you can just go to the design options and you can just select some other background color. Most of the time it's always good to use the color code where you get the exact background color which is there, and we can just update this option here. and the background color has been updated. Similarly, we have got the ticker, counter title here, the counter which we edited on the home page similarly can be edited here as well. So this is how you can update your home page, your about us page, where you can add your company details and replace all the dummy details which are there on the web page. To edit the members in the team, we can simply right click and open it in a new tab. Again, just to see, let's talk business. This information has been updated as we have updated the blog. Now here if we see, there is not much information, but it is just the photos member block which is coming up here. So we'll have to open the members tab in a new tab. We have to click on the members tab. And from here we can edit all the members information. Okay, so I'll just pick up one of these members like Tom Do, and I'll just click on edit. I'll just type in my name. I've already added my name once, but I'll just do it again. I did it during the home page, but I'll just do it again. And first name, I'll just give it as yeah, I'll just keep the entire name here. And director of investment, I'll just keep the same designation. Invested more than $100 million, and this is what I'll just write a one-liner. I will don't all those links. I'll just have Twitter and LinkedIn, so I can just do away with Facebook and Google Plus. Featured image, here I'll just replace this image with my image. I already have my image which is updated. And just click on the media file. I can select my image. I can just click on set featured image, and I can update this information. Now the featured image should have a size of 1200 by 675 pixel. Okay, this is something which you can ignore because this is from the perspective of social media, and this standard needs to be followed when you are writing blog posts, and not when you are editing the team member profile. So you can have a square image. 500 by 500 should be more than sufficient. And I can just go here and refresh. And I'll be able to see my information again here. And when I click on it, I'll be able to see the description and the follow me tags. Next, we are going to edit the contact us page. This is the last page of the website which we are editing. and let's go ahead and see how we can do that. I'll just click on the edit page, open it in a new tab, and we can see here we have got the custom heading which we can edit. So it says contact, and instead of that I can change it to contact us. So I'll just change this to contact us. I'll just save the changes, and then we have got the various icons which are there: address, phone number, email, and social media icons. So each of these the icons are there on the top. The photo icon has been used to add the icons there, and we can just click on the edit icon here, and we can change or replace this icon whatever we want to. And next we can just close this. We can just click on the photo info box, and here again there is an option to use an icon. However, no icon has been used by default, so we can ignore that. Here we can replace it with our respective address, like 100 Avenue Street, etc. So whatever is your address, you can just write it, and we can just save this here. Same with the phone number as well. We can just click on the edit icon, and here we have got all the office sales admin. Here there is a hyperlink also, so it's always recommended to just go click on the text, and not only change the phone number here, but also change the tail this thing +1 this number. So this means that this hyperlink indicates that the number is clickable, and when somebody clicks on this number from a mobile phone, it will open the number on the dial pad, so people can easily call you. Okay, similarly we can have the email addresses edited, and also the social media links can be edited from here itself, where we can just click on the social media links, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram has been added up here. I'll just go to text, and they've also added some icons like Feb, FA, font, awesome icon, Facebook square, etc. So it's always important to go to the text element to edit the icon which is there instead of the visual ones. Now we can just scroll down, and we can see that there is a contact us form also on this page. Okay, we can just scroll down here, and we can see there is a contact us form as well, and this is being added through here, the content wrapper which is there, and they have added the contact us form. Through here, so that element, the panel got closed, so that's why we are not able to see it. So I can just open close, and here the contact us form has been used, and I can just edit on the settings, and then use the contact finance tab which is there. So whatever changes I want to make in this, I will have to go to the contact finance. So let's say if I want to remove FNO from here, and I just want 3 options. So what I can do is I can just go to all contact forms. I can just click on the edit one, and I can just scroll down here to remove FNO, for example, and I'll just save it in here. And once I've done that and I refresh it, so I'll be able to see the drop down in this case, and the FNO has disappeared. So similarly, like we edited the contact form from the home page, we can also add all the information here. We can also add confirmation email to be sent to the person who has sent us an email as well. So this is something that we can manage from the contact as well. Concluding thoughts. We just did the complete life cycle, like we installed the WordPress, and we installed a dummy theme which was there, and later on we purchased a premium theme, and we installed a premium theme as well. And what are some of the things that you need to respect when you are working with a premium theme and you want to replicate the same set of output? They have worked really hard to give that kind of look and feel to the website. So there are various demos which are there. So how do we replicate that thing and not go out of proportion? Now many times people have the theme, but then they try and make some customizations and some color combination in such a manner that they kill the entire look and feel of the entire website. So number one, respect the elements, okay, the icons, text, headings, the color combination which has been used, or the images which have been used. They have really done a lot of research. So try to replace them with the closest substitute. So it should not happen that you're using some image which has got a watermark on it, or you're trying to replace the text, but the text color is getting affected because you did not notice the HTML tags which are there. So you just click on the text, and rather than just doing it from the visual editor, you can just go to the text part and also edit that thing. Okay, always ensure the color combination is not too vague. Like in the previous business theme that we used, there was a purplish look to the entire website. Okay, we could use blues at some places just to be in a line with the color combination. Okay, we cannot go red or green because that would look a little bit too vague and contrast. Image size and dimensions are very important, so you can keep a note of them, that what kind of image size has been used. Like we saw in one of the examples when we were creating the about us page. At that time we just right clicked and we saw the actual dimension, the width and the height of the image while replacing it. So that's also important. Choose demo closest to your website you desire to make. So for example, if you are planning a finance theme, we picked up a finance theme for the demo purpose, but there was a construction theme also, and there were many other options which are there. So you can just pick up the demo which is closest to the website requirement you have. There is one more alternative. So let's say in case you're looking for a specific color combination, it's always advisable to pick up a demo which matches the color combination of your logo, rather than if you have a black and white logo, or for example if you have a red logo or an orange logo. It's always preferable to pick up that kind of a color combination over the kind of demo it is. So that's also, so either you can go with the segment wise if you don't have any hard and fast rule of the color combination, or you can stick to the color combination. Eventually it's about the content that makes and the images that make the website what it is, and not just a color combination. Create content based on the placeholder elements. So like there would be placeholder elements like vision, mission on the about us page if you see. And let's say if you don't have a vision, mission, you can just write a few lines, or you can replace that block with some other type of content which will match there. But if you just eliminate that, it will definitely not give a very good look and feel. Remove the under construction mode only once the website is completely ready. So don't be in a haste to remove the under construction mode. Always make sure the under construction mode is removed once all your content and videos and whatever you're looking for in the website is ready, because you don't want to show a half cooked half baked cake to the world. You want it to get complete, and then only you can start marketing and let the world see what you have created.